Good evening, viewers. You're watching GW News Recap. I'm Azan Jamir, bringing to you the top stories of the week. Let's have a look at the stories that made it to the headlines. Ruling Bharatiya Janata Party candidate Taucher I Imchen won the Kuritang Assembly constituency by-election in Nagaland's Mukokchung district. The state government has notified that 1,313 members of the Rongmei tribe permanently settled in Nagaland along with their direct descendants may now be issued scheduled tribe certificates identifying them as scheduled tribe of Manipur permanently settled in Nagaland. Alleged Myanmar-based militants carried out a pre-dawn attack on 3 Naga villages in ethnic violence hit Manipur's Kamjong district on May 7, opening fire and setting houses ablaze. In a major political development, Suvendu Adhikari and Vijay were sworn in as the Chief Ministers of West Bengal and Tamil Nadu respectively, marking a dramatic shift in the political landscape of both states. US President Donald Trump announced a 3-day ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, noting that the temporary truce coincides with Russia's Victory Day celebrations commemorating the then Soviet Union's role in Second World War. And now the news in details. Ruling Bharatiya Janata Party candidate Taucher I Imchen won Kuritang Assembly constituency by-election in Nagaland's Mukokchung district, securing 7,317 votes of a total of 18,400 votes to defeat 5 rivals in a closely watched contest. The 35-year-old set to become the youngest MLA in the state's current 60-member assembly contested the by-poll seat that was vacated after the death of his father and sitting MLA Imkong L. Imchen in November 2025. The BJP fielded Imchen in the by-election as a consensus candidate of the CM Rio-led ruling Naga People's Front BJP alliance. In the by-poll, independent candidate Shikapa polled 4,194 votes, while another independent, Imtiwapang Kichu, secured 3,733. Ayapanchang of the National People's Party got 3,129 votes. Congress T. Chalukumba received 144 and independent candidate Imchatuba polled 145 votes. Nota recorded at 78 votes. The state government has notified that 1,313 members of the Rongmei tribe permanently settled in Nagaland, along with the direct descendants, may now be issued scheduled tribe certificates identifying them as scheduled tribe of Manipur permanently settled in Nagaland. The decision was issued pursuant to a cabinet decision taken on February 26, 2026 and conveyed by the Cabinet Secretariat on March 12, 2026. The beneficiaries include 1,313 members of the Rongmei tribe permanently settled in Nagaland who were enumerated and compiled by a committee constituted by the state government on September 28, 2007 in Baran, Kohima and erstwhile Dimapur districts, along with the direct descendants. The notification stated that eligible Rongmei tribe members and their direct descendants seeking ST certificates would have to apply to the respective deputy commissioners of Kohima, Baran, Dimapur, Chumukitima and Newland districts depending on the district unto which they were originally enumerated by the committee. It said the deputy commissioners concerned would issue the certificates after due verification in the prescribed format. The government clarified that the ST certificates were being issued solely to enable the beneficiaries to avail reservation benefits in central government employment and admission to central educational institutions. However, the notification categorically stated that the certificates would not entitle the 1,313 Rongmei tribe members and their descendants to any reservation, concession or benefits especially reserved for scheduled tribes indigenous to Nagaland. The notification also warned that any person obtaining or attempting to obtain the certificate through misrepresentation or fraud would be liable for cancellation of the certificate and prosecution under applicable laws. Further, it stated that deputy commissioners have the authority to cancel certificates after inquiry, while appeals against such decisions would lie before the Commissioner Nagaland. It may be recalled that the state government had initially recognized the Rongmei as an indigenous tribe in 2012 but was challenged in the court. Consequently, the cabinet withdrew the recognition of the tribe in April 2017. 2 persons have been arrested on charges of abducting and extorting a businessman at Dimapur, the Commissionerate of Police said in a release. The release said an FIR was lodged by Rohan Das, a resident of Sematila in Dimapur, on April. According to the FIR, he was followed by 2 unidentified persons near Murkipatti when he was returning home after closing his shop at Hong Kong Market around 7 p.m. on April 20. The accused then forcibly took him towards the highway, seized his mobile phone and compelled him to disclose his Google Pay password. They then withdrew Rs 6,000 from his account at a petrol pump in Korapatti. The victim was later released near Vishal Mega Mart and the suspects fled. The accused have been identified as an M. Stephen Yantan and Jumbendang Yantan. Police clarified that no weapon was involved in the incident, contrary to earlier media reports. The Commissioner of Police has appreciated the investigation team for the swift detection of the case. Police have assured the public that every serious offence was dealt with promptly and professionally, and all efforts were continuously being made to ensure safety and security of the public. Police said successful detection of the case within a short span of time reflected the commitment and coordinated efforts of the police personnel involved in the investigation. Alleged Myanmar-based militants carried out a pre-dawn attack on 3 Naga villages in ethnic violence hit Manipur's Kamchong district on May 7, opening fire and setting houses ablaze. The attack was perpetrated at Choro, Wanglei and Namlei villages located close to the international border. At least 18 houses were burned down while 2 civilians sustained bullet injuries, the Working Committee of Tangkul Nagalong alleged in a statement. The Naga organization further alleged that Kuki National Army, Burma, backed by Myanmar People's Defense Force, which is an armed group, launched coordinated attacks on the 3 villages. The Tangkul Naga villages were raided and overrun at about 3:30 a.m. The civilian settlements were also heavily bombed with drones, rocket launchers and Lathod guns, destroying several houses while some were razed to the ground. Moreover, the villages were looted and fired upon by the Myanmar-based Kuki militants, the DNL alleged. The villagers were allegedly also rounded up and tortured by the militants. The organization said the external aggression on the Indian soil had created panic, fear and insecurity among Indian villagers, rendering them homeless. The villagers were reportedly taking shelter in the jungle, with many others remaining missing. The Nagas criticized the Assam Rifles, alleging that the force completely failed to keep the people and the border safe from external aggression. In a major political development, Suvendu Adhikari and Vijay were sworn in as the Chief Ministers of West Bengal and Tamil Nadu, respectively, marking a dramatic shift in the political landscape of both states. BJP Legislature Party leader Suvendu Adhikari took oath as the Chief Minister of West Bengal, heading the first BJP government in the state. Governor R.N. Ravi administered the oath of office on May 9. 5 cabinet ministers also took oath along with the Chief Minister. The newly elected MLAs of West Bengal Legislative Assembly will take oath on 13th May. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Chief Ministers of other NDA and BJP-ruled states, BJP President Nitin Napin and other leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party were present in the swearing-in ceremony. BJP has won 207 seats in the 2026 West Bengal Assembly elections, while Trinamool Congress secured 80 seats after ruling the state for 15 years. Meanwhile, Tamilaga Vatiri Kazakam President Vijay today took the oath as the new Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, giving the southern state its first non-Dravida Munnetra Kazakam and non-All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazakam government in nearly 60 years. Vijay 51 was sworn in at a fully packed Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Chennai with his parents Chandrasekhar and Shobha, top actor Trisha and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi in attendance. The DVK, which was formed just 2 years ago, met a blockbuster debut in the last month's assembly elections and won 108 of the state's 234 seats. The party, however, failed to get a majority mark of 118. Vijay then held multiple rounds of coalition talks with potential partners and met the governor, Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar, 4 times to prove that he has numbers to form the government. The most significant shot in the arm for Vijay came yesterday when DMK allies, the Vituthalai Chirutaikul Katchi and the Indian Union Muslim League announced that they will back the TVK, taking the tally of the coalition to 120. US President Donald Trump announced a 3-day ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, noting that the temporary truce coincides with Russia's Victory Day celebrations commemorating the then Soviet Union's role in World War II. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said the ceasefire would take place from May 9 to 11 and would include a suspension of all kinetic activity between the two countries. The US President expressed hope that a temporary halt in hostilities could mark the beginning of the end of the ongoing war, which entered its 5th year in February 2026, following Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022. Trump stated that the request for the temporary truce was made directly by him and noted that the agreement will also include a prisoner exchange involving 1,000 prisoners from each side. The US President further noted that the discussions are currently underway aimed at permanently ending the war, which he described as the biggest since World War II. Victory Day is the most important non-religious holiday in Russia, observed annually on May 9 to mark the then Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany in Second World War. Referred to in Russia as the Great Patriotic War, the day commemorates the millions of Soviet lives lost during the war and is celebrated with full-scale military parades showcasing Russia's military prowess. Well, that's it for this week's news recap, and for more news like this, you stay connected to Global Window. Good night.